Hello, everybody. I'm François Schmidt from CNRS in France, and I'm going to speak about multiscale analysis of relations between atmospheric and oceanic time series using fixed moorings in the ocean. Globally, we have in many places around the world and in coastal zones high frequency sampling buoys which are installed. They grasp information in an Eulerian way, and at relatively high frequencies, they can record different quantities like temperature, salinity, fluorescence, dissolved oxygen, etc. These quantities have huge fluctuation over a large range of scales, and also they have some correlations. And here we are interested in the relation between the variable, and especially which quantity leads the other one. Just for precision about the terms which are used, so everybody knows what is reversibility when we change the sign of time, and we say that we have the same statistical properties. Causality is linked with the arrow of time and the fact that, in fact, we have causal equations which take into account only part of the information in this arrow of time. And lead lag is something which is a bit different. It's just a way to say, it's not a way to look at the causality, but it's a way to determine which quantity leads the other one. Statistically speaking. So this comes from the field of finance. And in this domain, in fact, people are interested in the flow of information between the markets. And they want to look at the lead lag dependence between high frequency time series. So inspired by this literature, I wanted to look at different indicators, and one of them is something which is very simple, but also which is useful. It's the cross correlation between two quantities. So, of course, when we look at the autocorrelation, we have a curve which is symmetric. But when we look at the cross correlation between X and Y, where X and Y are two time series, most of the time the curve is not symmetric. And if we look at the area and the blue part, which is here on the graph, and the yellow part, and if these two areas are different, then we can say that in fact, one of the quantities is leading the other one. And if the T, which is area on the left, is larger than the T on the right, so the blue one and the green one, then we can say that X is leading Y, and otherwise it's Y which is leading X. So we can, as an illustration, apply this to some data which are recorded in fixed mooring. So we have atmospheric temperature, marine temperature, salinity, fluorescence, and also dissolved oxygen. So here we can see atmospheric and oceanic temperature. And so they have some variability, but we see that the atmospheric one is much more variable. And we have a cross correlation, which is not symmetric. And globally, we see that atmospheric temperature is leading marine temperature by 12 days. We can also do this for other quantities, and we can see that salinity, oceanic temperature, and also oxygen are all leading the fluorescence, which is a proxy of phytoplankton. And the different characteristics time are between 5 and 21 days. Another example is using partial pressure of CO2 in the ocean and in the atmosphere. I'm using the data which are presented in this ESSD paper. So it's a time series recording from the Indian Ocean. So it's data every 3 hours during 3 years. And here for this example, we see that the partial pressure in the atmosphere is much more less variable than in the ocean. So it's a reverse compared with temperature. We find remarkable scaling properties for both series with 1.5 slope for the frequency power spectrum. And if we look at the lead lag approach, we can see that we have a cross correlation which is strongly asymmetric, and also with we have the atmospheric partial pressure of CO2, which is leading the oceanic one by a scale of 44 days. So all this is, of course, I cannot present everything in this short time. And for more information, we have here my contact and also recent books of mine. Many thanks for your attention.